Need for Speed 2015, a game which promised to bring back the glory days of the Underground series, which were the whole reason I fell in love with car games all those years ago. So, finally now in 2018, we're going to find out if Need for Speed 2015 lived up to the promise, bringing back those beloved days, simple, lovely days. But some of you may remember, in 2015 I created a video outlining the reasons why I was so cautious and why I didn't buy this game until recently. And we'll see in this video, was I right to do that, or was I just a coward who was overly cautious in the modern gaming market? Let's find out. First off, the story.
Oh, my man, you made it. Looking smooth, man. That's good. There's some real people in here tonight. Come on, I'll take you.
Who is this guy? I don't like him already. I don't know what it is, but I don't like him.
Look what the cat dragged in. Who's Bambi?
This Bambi just busted a 500-foot drift right through the I-5 intersection over.
I couldn't help it. I like drifting.
Take him out for a shakedown. Maybe one of these mongrels will take a shine to you.
Wait. You said this is just choosing the car. I don't get to drive it. You lying.
As far as she's concerned, don't mean a thing if you ain't got that green.
It's very poetic, and that is also true, so.
You ready to make some house calls?
Now listen here, you character on screen, whoever you are, forgotten your name already. In Need for Speed, we earn money by racing. Earning it by racing. It's not very complicated. What has that got to do with going door to door? I am not selling cookies, I know.
You can show us what you're really made of, yeah? Yeah, man.
You, help.
This is going to be my master build. I can feel it. I want it ready for Nakai-san to see before he leaves the city. Props from an artist like him could really put this shop on the map, you know?
Right, so that's the objective. Just raise the fame of the garage. Okay, got it.
Have a seat, man.
Thank you very much.
He hates on the drift for one reason only. He sucks at it.
Oh, shit, son!
You need a certain finesse
Yes.
to hold that slide or hoon with precision. It's all about riding the tipping point.
Oh,
Am I
yeah.
right or am I right?
You're never wrong.
Look, I get it. Apples and oranges, you know?
You see, Robin here, she's got class. Got that steady hand. Spike, he be yanking on the e-brake like a teenager fresh out of driver's ed.
Come on, he's not that bad, Manu.
It's just a good thing his old
He'll be
man
fine. I'll
ain't
give him a few
pop, that's all I'm
lessons.
saying.
No problem.
Look, we've been talking too much. I'm out.
And when has that ever been a problem?
Well, it's a problem. We're standing here yapping about it and not actually out there doing it.
Agreed.
You know that, Nakai-san, he used to be a street racer just like us. And now, he travels the world building cars for very concerning clients. Holy.
Surprise.
No. Travis, you stole Nakai-san's car?
You said you wanted balance, flawless body work? Here it is.
You stole his car!
Hey, I am no thief. After he saw your work, Nakai hit me up. He's curious, and I think I can convince him to come over. But before he does, you need to experience his master build. Gotta study the painting before you meet the painter.
Whoa, Nelly. Whoa. Back up. You've either borrowed it or you've stolen it. If you don't know someone as a friend, why would they lend you a car that's worth easily 100,000? You've stolen it. You do not go up and steal Van Gogh's painting just because you want to meet Van Gogh. You don't steal Colin McRae's rally car because you want to meet Colin McRae. Or you don't steal Nagai-san's car because you want to lick it. Oh, my brain. Oh, Need for Speed. Oh.
He even owns his own goddamn bridge. Yeah. See, that could be us, bro. Spike Bridge. Damn, I like the sound of that. See, Magnus, he knows Ventura Bay like the back of his hand. You know, he runs this place because he knows the spot so well. It's second nature to him, man. It's effortless. That's all we gotta do, bro. It's cake, man. We learn the spots, know the players, respect the game. You feel me?
Okay, just how many cans of energy drink have you drank? Holy, just go away.
But to change the game, you need a vision. You gotta be an artist. And like any respectable artist, we start on the inside. The engine is the heart. And only once that engine is tuned to perfection do we focus on what hooks it up to the asphalt.
I'm pretty sure that most of my viewers don't need to be told why that statement is just dumb, and bloody dumb. You can have all the power in the world, but if you're using crap tyres and you've got bad suspension or a bad differential, you're not making full use of the car's potential. This is just common sense. This isn't like professional level knowledge. Need for Speed.
Dude, check this out.
Yes, go for the testicles.
Hey,
What's up? I'm Vaughn. What's up? I'm Ken. Nice job.
so these guys really caught your eye, huh?
Yeah.
Man, it's amazing to have you in town.
Well, thank you, but what's next?
Well, there's this great taco truck on 6.
Really? The man famous for doing gymkhana stunt precision driving, and you offer him tacos. Yes, tacos are quite popular and they are quite nice. But really, not really compared to drifting. Afterwards, yes, perhaps. It's quite exhausting doing all that driving and drifting and precise driving, but no.
Hey, you okay?
Which one was it, man? Huh? Was it the 277? Yeah? I bet you don't even know this, man. This is personal favorite.
Yo, what's the beef, dude?
Magnus offered this guy a drive. In one of his own 911s, no less. How did he even get your number, man? Huh?
Hey, that right?
What did you do?
I gave it to him. Relax.
Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. That was my ride. I earned that.
Mike, stop it.
Chill.
Come on. We're all on the same side here. Travis is just pushing you because he wants you to be great.
I don't need his help. Now, new guy over here is getting all the credit.
Just let me at him. I'll fucking come bring it. Bring it, you beetle jizzer.
Remember, brother, the road doesn't end here, aight?
Come on, guys, look for the album.
Hey, yo, here's the main man!
Holy shit, it was Agent 47 all along. So, to sum up the story...
Sorry, man. I ruined it, didn't I?
Yeah.
This guy, man.
Yes, you did. So, surprise to nobody really, the story was a huge letdown, loads of plot holes and just terrible characters. So, how about the rest of the game? Let's see the car selection. Surely they couldn't have messed that up that badly. The Underground series always tended to lean towards the more average car, the more everyday, cheaper, more widely available car. But we'll see how this game's approached it. I mean, we've got a few cars that you would call quite common and cheap, like your Volvos, your Golf, some classic staples of the genre when it comes to Need for Speed, some cars that you will always recognise, Civic Type R for the VTEC lovers, a Mustang if you want to recreate the ending of the Tokyo Drift sequence, a Supra, which you kind of have to have in this game, otherwise you break many laws in many different countries. And we have a couple of more classics, and then for some reason we have this, why is that here? Fox Body Mustang, a Sprint R. There are some nice-ish cars, and then, oh no, we have 3 of the same car, well done, yet another game to do this stupid thing. Why put the same car? Oh, we've been through this a dozen times with other car games, but yet people still do it. Alright, see. I mean, there's some of these cars, fair enough, the cars that you would expect to see in the genre. So what have they done for the late game, for the more expensive cars? Have they gone down the old Need for Speed road, you know, or have they gone for the more recent type of games where, oh, we must have supercars and we must have all flashy hypercars because kids must love it, because obviously these games recently are aimed towards a younger audience. I mean, there are some nice cars. Here, we're definitely more at the end game now with the GTRs. We got we got a Viper that will please a lot of people. An old Porsche for the Porsche lovers. Sorry, Beatles. Yeah, we've got quite a few selections. Oh no! And then we begin with the Ferrari, some Lamborghinis, a McLaren, more Lamborghinis, an F40, which is quite a nice choice to have in a car game, but you don't associate the ultra classy choice of car connoisseurs to really be in a Need for Speed game, but I'm not going to really mourn at that one. And then we have some weird, wacky custom car. Okay then. Apparently someone thought they would mix an F1 car with an old hot rod or something. What's the actual description? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Sarcasm. So yeah, not that great a select. There is quite a few number of cars. There's quite a decent number, but as we're about to see, there's no point having a lot of cars if you can't really do much to them. After all, Need for Speed's strongest point, especially back in the good old days, was the car customization. So let's see, have they messed the heart of the genre up? Let's start with, what car would you expect? This was the first car I bought after the starter cars, because, of course. Subaru Impreza, how much horsepower are you packing? 1,000 horsepower. It doesn't feel like 1,000 horsepower in the game, but compared to GTA, which this game could be easily compared to GTA in multiple ways. The fact that, you know, GTA has more customization on some cars and etc. And we'll go into that. We'll keep Need for Speed in its own little box for now. Let's have a look at the car customization. Visual. No hoods. At all. Okay, not a good start. Front bumpers, surely. They must have a couple. One. And we can't have it because we have a splitter. Okay, so no bumpers then, okay. How about a headlight? No parts available. Okay. Front cannons, you get one option. Okay. Splitter, I don't really care. No one really cares about splitters. Front fender, we get two options, which is more than the headlight choices, bumpers and hoods. Wing mirrors, fair enough, a rare style one. And then I can't move the camera because design. Why would I have those on a Subaru? Okay. Rear fender's got the same as the front. Hang on, what's that? No rear lights. No. It's not hard to do different lights and if rear bumper. We're only gonna get one, aren't we? Yeah. So that's what it looks like anyway. It's trash. It's trying to make it look more like a Ford. Why would I want my Subaru to look like a? Keep moving. There might be something better. We haven't even got any rear canyons available. Just like no. Diffuser. How about exhaust? Okay, so we have a couple of different exhausts, and from what testing I've done, some of them do make the exhaust sound different. Not in dramatic ways, but in little ways sometimes. Okay. I can write on the license plate, which is a nice touch, but, you know, when you're kind of missing stuff like headlights, bumpers, everything else, and hoods and headlights, it's just kind of half-arsed. Body kits, we get one choice. One. And it looks pretty horrible. I can't move the camera around to look at the body kit, so yeah. The front has a grille that reminds me of a Chevrolet. The bumpers and the flared wheel arches just look terrible. And it's still got a stock hood because reasons. Okay, so not so good there. Maybe we'll give this game a second chance. We'll try a different car. Because, you know, maybe it's just this one case where it's just this one car where it just happens to have next to no modifications because Subaru must be hard to do. How about this? Surely you can come up with some designs for a Ford Focus. I nearly called it Fiesta because they all look kind of samey these days. And by the way, this has around 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, what was it there? 1,100, and it doesn't feel like it at all. Maybe it feels like 600, maybe 700 at best. Let's have a look at your customizations. Oh, we have hoods. We have 3 hoods. Okay, and I can't move the camera still, so yeah, okay. Front bumpers. One bumper that does that there at the bottom. That's it. That's all it does. I'm glad. I'm starting to think my decision not to buy this when it came out was a good one. Headlights. No headlights, because of why would you? You get 2 canyons at the front. Oh, you spoilers. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how about body kits? You get 1, and I'll grant you that's a slightly more tasteful body kit than your one for your Subaru Impreza, but still, not really what I'm looking for, game. How about wing mirrors? I get these 2 options. Okay. I'm kind of... Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, in case you couldn't tell. It's really not much modification at all. So it turns out the customization, definitely not what I would call underground levels of quality or choice or options. It's pretty terrible, if we're being honest. So, in that case, is there maybe any redeeming factors? Does it remind me of Underground actually driving in the game? So let's see if it can do that at least, and maybe have some impressive or fun car physics. So we'll take the Subaru out, and we'll find out, shall we? And I might as well mention, just during this loading screen, a lot of people might not know, well, a lot of people should know this, but there might be a couple that don't. This game is always online. So, for example, when my internet loses connection and I lose Wi-Fi, I end up not being able to play this game at all. So that's kind of a massive negative. I mean, yes, that is a real person. We are looking at a real person there, but they don't really add anything to the gameplay. So we'll just kindly drive away. Right, I'm just gonna quickly shut up, and I'm gonna let you hear this car, because as a Subaru lover, and I'm sure there's other Subaru lovers watching, that maybe you might want to hear this then. It's quite nice. Oh, bless you, poor Subaru. Oh, where are you going? Yeah, it really does sound lovely. And you can obviously do a couple of different tweaks just by changing the different type of exhaust tip you've got and stuff like that. And yeah, exhaust manifold. Oh, I do go quiet mainly just to listen to the car. Alright, so Subaru is a massive positive. If you're like me and you maybe you watched one of my previous videos, which was a complaint that Project Cars didn't have a Subaru Impreza, but yet they had an Evo. And this is nice to finally say that there's a game where if you're not too bothered about the rest of the game and you just care about having a Subaru that you can slightly customize and you can enjoy, then it's almost worth recommending this game just on that basis, to be honest. Alright, the brakes are a bit squiffy and it's a bit all over the place. Let's go into tuning and let's just see what we can do with that, because you can see the car's squiggling a bit. It's really nice when it's drifting, and it's okay at slow speeds if you're cruising around, pottering around, but high speeds and you start to press on, the car definitely wobbles. You know, if you want your Subaru to be an ultimate machine, you want the grip. So let's go on to handling tuning. Maybe there's some positives here. Nah, oh, okay. Right. I should explain. The top bar handling is from grip on one side to drift on the other. And then you want to find a good balance in between if you don't want to go either side, mainly because there's issues with both of them. If you want to make a drift setup and you want to go all the way to drift, it won't actually feel that good to drive. It will drift very well, but it will be sloppy and it'll be all over the place in every other situation. But if you put it all the way to grip because you want to get a fast hot lap car or just a fast circuit car, then you get tons of understeer and you get other issues. The setup just doesn't work. So really, you're always trying to find a balance in between. And I'll show you why that's kind of hard to do. Because you can get a balance between this top bar up here, which shows the overall characteristic of the car. Which, it really just feels like I'm messing with a dial within the game. It doesn't feel like all these parts are genuinely in control of themselves. Like, for example, if I do the brakes, and I turn up... Where's my brakes? There you are. If I turn up the brake strength, it will go towards drift. Why? Look at the top bar. Why is that? Why would turning up my brake strength make it drift more when my brake bias is 50-50? These sort of things really don't make sense. I mean, I should really have it on more because it does actually affect the braking force a little bit. It doesn't make it dramatically better, but it will increase it a little. But if I do that, then the car's going to be a bit more sloppy, generally speaking, because the overall handling bars move towards drift. And therefore, I have to have it on medium to try and get a bit more grip levels out of the game. It feels very artificial. So if you're looking for a pure drive... I mean, Need for Speed was never a pure driving game simulator sort of targeting thing. But this really is quite... It's another 2 steps from arcade towards Burnout. And we know we've been through this whole discussion about the whole, Burnout people make this and blah blah. Need for Speed don't anymore. But yet this is still called Need for Speed. You can tell. You really, really can. Because this isn't something that the old creators of Need for Speed would actually put in the game from what I would think, from my experience and from what I've seen. I know I am quite cynical and I'm quite critical of this, but this game talked big about bringing back the Underground series, which was, like I've said before, the reason why I fell in love with gaming. And I love that game so much that if you don't meet my expectations, which I'm not surprised that you didn't, because I didn't think you were going to be able to, but you've not even managed to get a 5 out of 10 out of me. Genuinely, a 5 out of 10 is what I would call, recommendable and playable, if you maybe at a discount. But with all the issues, and how many that thankfully I've not had to go through because I didn't buy it on day one, such as, like, I believe that they didn't have manual gears on day one. Jesus. This is not what I really want. Yeah, don't save my changes, please. The fact, there's just so many limiting options, and I can't recommend this game. If you really do love the Need for Speed Underground series, and you want like a modern version-ish, this probably isn't your best bet. We'll give it one last chance, and we'll see about the roads. Do the roads remind us of classic Need for Speed, of the old Bayview city area? I'm trying to remember the official name from the Underground series. It's been quite a while. Alright, we'll take out... the Cozza. Even though I don't think it's actually got anything to do with Cosworth in it, but shh, it's fine. Shh. Don't poke holes in my thing. It's been a long day. Alright, so let's see if we can find some roads. We'll just have a general potter around and we'll see if we can find anything that resembles the old Underground series. But I'm not... I can already tell you, spoiler alert, because I've already completed pretty much this game. Yeah, not really at all. I mean, you can see here, it kind of tries, but it fails. The hills don't really remind me of the old games, just the layout of them sort of does, because it's just a bunch of switchbacks. It's a bunch of big U-bend, one here, and then one there, and then one there, left, right, up here. Well, that's all it is. And this dock area isn't really fleshed out. I mean, you couldn't really do many Gymkhana runs around here like you could do on, say, Dirt 3 on the PS3. It's quite a shame. I know I am mourning a lot, but considering the state of gaming in the racing and car genre on the current consoles, there isn't actually that much choice if you want a little game to have just a bit of fun with that doesn't take itself too seriously. But sadly, this doesn't have the quality to back it up. But if you don't want to do the Drive Club thing or the Crew or any of those types of games, then I'd probably say if you don't want to do the Project Car thing and you set a course at the more serious simulator side, then this isn't bad if you just want something to mess around with for a little bit, and if you can get it for a cheap enough price. I would never recommend anybody to pay full price for this at any stage, which is a big disappointment, and I hate to say it, I was right all those years ago when this game came out. I was right not to trust it, and I do think it is worth your time if you're an Underground fan, but it shouldn't be a priority. It really shouldn't. Oh dear. So when it comes to this game, we've covered a few areas, but how is it to actually do the gameplay? What's it like earning money in the game? Let's find out. Alright, so let's get some bloody money. Right, I need the money. I need to buy cars. Let's do this. So there are two ways of earning money. You can do the daily objectives, which are a long, slow, and sometimes painful and irritating process. Oh, why does it start me in reverse? Well done, game. So this is pretty much how, if you've played the game, you know the deal already. This earns you 8,000, and sometimes the AI doesn't turn up for it. It's a drag race speed tunnel, and he hasn't made it. So now I just got to make it to the end to earn money. That's it. So we just do this over and over and over again. It earns 8,000 every single time. And that's about it, really. I know you might say, well, okay, this is just a race where it's glitched out, the opponent doesn't turn up properly, doesn't manage to start the race. So, what about the other races, the ones that actually work? Well, sadly, it's the same as the more recent Need for Speed games, like Rivals especially reminds me of Rivals, where it's Bungie all the way, baby. You know, it doesn't matter what car you've got or what car they got, they're always going to be that same gap away, they're always going to be in front of you at certain stages, and it's honestly terrible. Best you can get out of this game is a bit of fun, and that's it. If you want to earn money, that's all you can do. The money you earn throughout doing the story isn't very much, and yeah, it's just... It's a shame, because Underground is a fertile platform for a Need for Speed game. It's what got it so many fans in the first place, and it's something that people played for thousands of hours, and that's a first-person account. I played this... Well, not this one. I played the original Underground games, especially number 2, for easily over 1,000 hours. And I'm not going to do that with this game, that's for sure. So yeah, pretty much that's about it, really. I'm definitely not going to be looking forward to playing well, I was going to say Payback, but I'm definitely not playing that, because if you've researched on that game or you're lucky enough to have it yourself, you'll know how microtransactions have completely taken over this series now and are basically beyond saving unless there is massive change of whoever owns the license to the franchise, which I don't see happening anytime soon. So that's a crying shame. That probably we can just walk forward, close this chapter and say, Need for Speed, you're a fond franchise that we used to love. You had a long, slow, painful, I'm not going to say death, but transformation into something that just isn't what we fell in love with. And I'm genuinely sad to say that. I'll see you in the next video. Need for Speed, you tried, I think.